it's a different kind of grift. That's what he says. And he called me a grifter. He absolutely said that. You guys can go back and watch it. He said, I'm grifting. It's a different kind of grift, but I'm a grifter. Okay? So, I want to point some things out while Frank sits on his high horse. First of all, let's get something straight. What's the definition of a grifter?
Here's the definition of grifter. Informal. A person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling.
Yeah. Do you need to know the definition of swindling? What's the definition of swindling?
Here's the definition of swindle. Use deception to deprive someone of money or possessions.
Okay? So, you guys can say stuff like that all day. But let me explain something to you, Frank. I don't promise anybody anything in exchange for money. Okay? In other words, I don't use deception. I don't say, give me X amount of dollars and I will give you, you know, a pocket full of fool's gold. You know, that's a dumb example, but it's all I can come up with. You know what I mean? I don't say, you know, give me money and I'll send you a gift. I'll send you a pair of Jordans, and then I don't send the pair of Jordans. I don't say, give me money and I'll DJ your wedding for free, and then I don't show up to DJ the wedding. That's swindling. That's a grifter. It also says, watch this. A grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. There's another one. Someone who gets money dishonestly by tricking people. Here's one that's funny. A person who operates a sideshow at a circus. I never heard that before. You can look. There's a whole bunch. A grifter might be a pickpocket, a crooked gambler, a scammer. And you'll see a lot like Ponzi schemes. Grifters, you'll see that a lot in here. Ponzi schemes.
Yes, indeed, that gangsta shit at last. Black gloves, black mask, coming for your crack stash. I'ma let that Mac blast. You bragging about your stacks of cash like a car on 4 flats. That'll get you jacked fast. Boy, you a pussy. You say you move them white bricks. 100,000 for your chain, damn, that's a nice lick. Don't be stunning around here, we'll take your life quick. Your niggas want beef, I kill your dogs, word to Mike Vick. I fuck with killer, cause that man's shoulder weight. When I'm starving, I'm robbing. Batman's protege, resorting back to past crimes. These ain't just jack rhymes, all these niggas cookies. And guess what, it's snack time.
Alright, man, so today we're gonna watch Piggy talk about grifting. And we're also gonna hear him whine about some other fucking dude, Mad Dog or some fucking shit like that. Got him all butthurt. He's gonna sit and cry about this dude for a while. And then there's just gonna be some other random shit in here. So we're just gonna kick back and make fun of all these gay motherfuckers like we always do.
This is what Frank said. Frank said, and I'm not going to play the clip. It's NYC Crime Spot show. I even wrote it down. This guy, and by the way, somebody just told me this guy actually used to be a bouncer and he was on Soft White Underbelly. Does that not tell you everything you need to know? He was on Soft White Underbelly. It's literally a channel that specializes in interviewing freaks of human nature. And just outcasts, just misfits, prostitutes, you know, meth addicts, stuff like that.
Piggy, you know if they called you, you would do a Soft White Underbelly interview right now.
So why am I not surprised he was on that show? Anyway, he kept calling me a grifter, you know, because that's never been done before.
He's gonna flip out over this grifter shit, man. It really bothers him. He knows it's fucking true.
And Frank wasn't really saying anything, and then he said, it's a different kind of grift. That's what he says. And he called me a grifter. He absolutely said that. You guys can go back and watch it. He said, I'm grifting. It's a different kind of grift, but I'm a grifter. Okay? So, I want to point some things out while Frank sits on his high horse. First of all, let's get something straight. What's the definition of a grifter?
Here's the definition of grifter. Informal. A person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling.
Yeah. Do you need to know the definition of swindling? What's the definition of swindling?
Here's the definition of swindle. Use deception to deprive someone of money or possessions.
That's you, Piggy. All the way. Look at his face, man. He wasn't expecting that. He fits the exact definition.
Okay? So, you guys can say stuff like that all day. But let me explain something to you, Frank.
Frank.
What?
I don't promise anybody anything in exchange for money. Okay? In other words, I don't use deception. I don't say, give me X amount of dollars and I will give you, a pocket full of fool's gold. That's a dumb example, but it's all I can come up with.
Oh, so you didn't just up the price on your members only, huh? Okay, Piggy.
You know what I mean? I don't say, give me money and I'll send you a gift. I'll send you a pair of Jordans, and then I don't send the pair of Jordans. I don't say, give me money and I'll DJ your wedding for free, and then I don't show up to DJ the wedding. That's swindling. That's a grifter. It also says, watch this. A grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. There's another one. Someone who gets money dishonestly by tricking people.
Piggy, that's you to a motherfucking T, and you know it. Quit trying to convince people shit that they already know is true.
Here's one that's funny. A person who operates a sideshow at a circus. I never heard that before. You can look. There's a whole bunch. A grifter might be a pickpocket, a crooked gambler, a scammer. And you'll see a lot like Ponzi schemes. Grifters, you'll see that a lot in here. Ponzi schemes. You know what those are. Okay? So, I'm going to explain this yet again. When people donate, and I've said this a million times, they donate because they're enjoying the entertainment. That's the only reason I even ask for donations. Therefore, Frank, my product has already been given to you, okay? When I come on here and I'm entertaining you, that's what you're giving me money for. There's nothing that's going to happen afterwards, okay? There's nothing that I owe you now. I'm not tricking you out of your money. I'm literally saying, if you enjoy the entertainment. I don't even say, donate just because you're watching, motherfucker. I say, if you're enjoying the entertainment, donate. These guys have seen me a million times say, you know what, guys, this fucking show sucks tonight. I'm just talking to the chat. Don't even worry about donating. I've done it numerous times. Last night, BB from VA said, that she can't donate right now because she's worried about losing her Social Security. What did I say? I said, BB from VA, in that case, don't donate at all anymore. Worry about yourself. I didn't know she was on Social Security.
Dude, why are you constantly talking about this and constantly trying to convince everyone you're not a grifter? That sounds like something a grifter would do.
Okay?
Okay?
Okay!
And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to include you, BB from VA. I'm just using it as an example. I don't know how else I can explain this to you, Frank. Okay, but while you sit on your high horse, can I just point out the fact that you murdered somebody for money, over money?
God, you're such a fucking pussy, dude. You murdered somebody. I thought you were big bad gangster Piggy that was always hanging out with thugs and murderers. Every time I look up, you're screaming, you fucking murderer, like a fucking woman.
Can I just point that out? Look at this. Trump fan. Anytime you see a Trump fan, you know there's disinformation coming your way. Watch this. You're doing the definition of a swindler. You're spoken like a true Trump supporter. You doubled the price of memberships and you still do public shows after promising you're only doing private lives. You're also not selling a product.
Oh shit, that accountant just dissected your fat ass, Piggy. I bet it makes you mad too, huh? Because they like Trump. They got a Trump fan account.
Yes, I am.
Another estrogen overload in 3, 2, 1.
How do you figure? This is the product. You, dickhead, are watching me right now. You feel like I owe you shows, motherfucker? You feel like you're entitled to this shit?
Motherfucker. That sounded so unnatural, man.
This is the product I'm selling you.
Yeah, well, your product sucks. Once I take it and repackage it, it's actually watchable. Up until then, it's just a bunk product.
Okay? And, stupid ass Trump fan, I told you, anytime somebody comes in with the name Trump fan, you know you're about to hear a whole bunch of lies and bullshit, misinformation. Okay? Because that's, what they listen to and read and hear all day long. So, they do what their fucking leader does. They just lie through their teeth. Okay? So, and if you're going to say, well, I didn't lie, I thought you doubled. Well, then do some fucking research before you start typing, jackass. Okay? Because I never doubled the price of memberships. And what I said is, as a matter of fact, what I said, and you guys can all, yes, I asked, if I double the memberships, will some of you pay $10 instead of $5 a month because donations are low? Some people said yes. And then after that, what did I say? I said, well, I'm not getting rid of the $5 tier membership thing. I'm not. Okay? I'm not going to tell people they have to pay $10. If they only want to pay $5, they can pay $5. If I do a $10 thing, I'll just throw in some extra perks. I'll do some, members only shows that are just for, the members who pay $10 a month. Okay. So even that, I said, no, I'm not going to just raise the price. It's so funny how people forget who really started this whole thing. It's so funny that all these guys started out on my show. Like, I'm not trashing NYC Crime Spot, but his channel came after mine, and I did everything I could to help him.
Well, I guess by your logic, you can say Lee and MRE made your channel then, because they came before you.
I did. I shared his channel. I told everybody to subscribe. I talked him up as much as I could, and I interviewed him, if you guys remember, years ago. Okay, Frank. I think he did a show with Jeff Nadeau, but he came on this show, and I didn't ask him to. He asked to. And then he told me how he wanted to have a conversation and come on the show, and he started coming on the show. Aralata, I talked to him. He offered an interview. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, I'm not going and looking for people and saying, please, oh, please, come on my show.
No, all the snitches just feel comfortable over there because you're a fucking snitch too.
I'm not.
You are.
Yeah!
All right. But it's funny that they all wanted to be here at one point or another, and now I'm the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny. And that's another thing I want to get to, Frank. Did I even say? I'm not sure. Because the point about the grifting thing. People donate if they want. See, there's 180 people watching right now. 3 people have donated. 4.
Man, that grifting shit really bothers him. So if there's anybody out there that wants to fuck with Piggy, there you go.
Hey now, $20 for getting grifty with it. Nice, thank you. 4 people have donated. You know what that tells you? Because what am I doing? Am I trying to figure out a way to keep the other 176 from watching? No. In other words, I don't force anybody to give me anything. I don't. Never even tried to. So they give me what they want, Frank. What they want, if they want, and only when they want. There's nothing that they are going to miss out on if they don't give me money. All right? And as far as going members only, how many people are talking about Angel? You know what I mean? How many people talk about Gunsmoke when he does members only shows? And because you want to say, oh, he does the shows private or he does them behind a paywall, whatever the fuck. Okay? What are you guys talking about? So the grifting will never work because I'm not promising you anything you're getting. If nothing else, in all honesty, you guys are the grifters, the people that are watching every fucking day and not giving me a fucking dime to contribute to the show. How you like me now?
Nobody ever liked you, Piggy.
Okay? Because I come on and do a show not knowing if I'm going to make a dime. Probably 5 times in 3.5 years I ended the show because I wasn't making enough
Estrogen overload in 3, 2, 1.
money. And guess what? Fuckface Mad Dog Joe, whoever you are, that's my prerogative. It's my show and it's my fucking channel.
It's my prerogative.
What?
And until you or Frank start paying my fucking bills, neither of you have a say in what I do. Neither of you. You understand? Okay? So, I'm not promising shit. The way YouTube works is this. People watch shows they like and they donate. So if you want to talk shit, talk about the people who watch me every fucking day for years and never chipped in a dime. Because I'm already giving you the product before you're donating. And this asshole says you're not selling a product or a service.
And some more estrogen in 3, 2, 1.
What are you, fucking retarded? If I was doing a live concert, I was a member of a band, am I providing a service? If I was DJing an event for you, am I providing a service? If I'm doing a television show you're watching and you're entertained by, am I doing you a service? If I'm doing this on YouTube, because you're watching me, Trump fan.
Because you're watching me, Trump fan.
Am I providing a service? Do you expect all services to be provided with no compensation whatsoever? Do you expect all fucking YouTubers to just come on here and do the shows and put money into equipment and the fucking, their internet bill and their fucking everything? Everything they can to make it sound better, look better?
Y'all got him fucking mad. Whoever this Trump fan and fucking Mad Dog guy is, good job.
And take time out of their day away from their families to do shows and not get anything out of it. Do you think you're entitled to that? Do you think you're entitled to people doing shit to entertain you and you have the fucking balls to get mad when they want some money for it? And here's the best part, and I'll say it again. You go watch any live stream today and you're going to see the chat lit up with super chats, or you're going to see the person doing the live stream asking for super chats. This is why I know you're a fucking jerk off, Mad Dog Joe, you fucking idiot. You know what you said last night? And this is another thing. Frank, you're disingenuous, 100%, completely. You're full of shit. You're not honest, okay? Because fucking Mad Dog Joe, he literally said he doesn't like that I ask for donations. He doesn't like that I'll shut the show down if I'm not getting them.
Piggy, why do you even give a fuck? Why do you care what some dude on the internet said?
Then he says, well, Tony Pizza's an old man. I don't care about Tony Pizza. Point proven. Point proven.
Oh shit, the name Pizza came up. This is gonna result in another estrogen overload in 3, 2, 1.
You don't care about Tony Pizza. The guy who does what you say I do to an extreme maximum. Like if I do it, I'm on level 2 maybe, and he's on level 9 fucking thousand. This is a guy who literally goes away for a week at a time, threatens people, doxes them if they don't donate, shuts down his show, shuts down his channel. All the fucking time, has even had the balls to make community posts saying, if 6 of you don't each donate $50, I'm not even going live. And guess what, Mad Dog Joe? You're not bothered by that at all. So what does that mean?
It means you're fucking gay, that's what it means.
State ZD, I guarantee if you're a dad of any kind, you're a fucking deadbeat, you scumbag. Stepdads are probably the most noble men out there, fuckface.
Stepdads are probably the most noble men out there, fuckface.
Just because nobody would fucking marry you, whether they have kids or not, don't take it out on stepdads, jerk off. Anyway, what does that mean? It means, Mad Dog Joe, that you stand for nothing. And Frank, did Frank say, well, come on, hold on. If you're going to say that, I know NYC Crime Spot didn't want to get involved, but Frank, did he say, if you're going to say that about FBS, what about Tony Pizza? It's so funny that Tony Pizza does more of the thing you claim you hate than anybody else, yet I'm the only person you talk about.
Hey, does anyone else find it funny that pizza bothers Piggy this fucking bad?
What does that tell me? You're jealous of me. Period.
Yeah, like I said before, everyone is jealous of a 50-year-old guy that still lives with his mom and hangs out at the skate park. We're all so jealous of you, Piggy. You're so badass.
That's why you're bothered. You're sitting there talking about specific super chats I got last night, you dickhead.
Hey, do y'all remember the picture of him in the helmet? Plus, I got a new picture made up right here, too. Check this one out.
You lied. You said that this motherfucker said that I got a $2 donation and I got pissed off because it was only $2. Need some donations. Guys, do me a favor. Just let me know now if nobody's going to donate. Am I allowed to just end the show and go out with Shanna or something rather than being here? Would that be okay? Tell me what you think. I don't want to do this for free. I really don't. Guys, have you ever, I don't want them to take my word for it. I want them to take your word for it. Did you ever see me get mad at somebody for sending $2? Or did you see me say always over the past 3.5 years, $2, $1, whatever you send, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful. I don't care if it's $1, $100, I'm grateful. Have you ever seen me say, you only sent $2? JGB, no. Miss Can't Be Wrong, no. War, never. Baller, never. Okay? Never happened. Never happened. Then he says that I'm that I did a show a couple of weeks ago saying I need sneakers, guys. Give me money for sneakers. Did that ever happen? I'll let you guys answer. Look, Matt said nope. Did that ever? That's to the last one. But did that ever happen? D. Gainey, $2. Thank you, D. Gainey. I'm very grateful. That's $2 I didn't have before. You are the man. No, I'm not. I'm just entertaining people, Vito Calzone. They play into my hands. They give me shows to do.
Hey, check this out. One of the Yizzos is trying to give Piggy some good advice. Piggy tries to act like it doesn't bother him, but he is fucking butthurt at them guys, man. Even the Yizzos know that this shit really gets to him.
Joey Dimes, $1. Thank you, Joey Dimes. It means a lot to me. Matter of fact, what do I always say? I say, this is my job. What you guys give me, that's my paycheck. So whatever I get for doing my shows, that's what I buy sneakers out of. That's what I pay the mortgage out of. That's where I buy dope-ass polo shirts and jewelry out of. Okay? I don't come on here and ask for anything specific, and I never, ever, ever fucking have, not once ever. If he's getting that from some little morsel of truth or something he heard, what he might be talking about is a couple of weekends ago when I said the flu games are coming out tomorrow and I have to get them. And then I explained in detail, not that I don't have the money, but that if I don't get them exactly at 10 a.m., then I got to search all the stores and I most likely won't get a pair. And I didn't. And that's it. That had nothing to do with money. That I always talk about the Jordan releases. Sometimes Shanna gets up, if I don't get up early enough, 10 a.m., and she makes sure I get the sneakers. Has nothing to do with money.
Fucking Piggy and his gay-ass sneakers. Man, I hope you step in a big pile of dog shit in every pair you got.
And then he says, oh, he whines that he doesn't have money.
Now that's 100% accurate right there, Piggy. There's no way you could say that's not true.
Fuckface. Do you ever read the description of the show where it says everything said and done on this show is for entertainment purposes only? Do you understand that sometimes I exaggerate in a funny way?
Yeah, but you're not funny when you're trying to be. You're only funny when you're getting made fun of.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody in this chat who donates ever has thought that I have no money. Oh my God, FBS can't eat tonight. He can't. What are we going to do? We got to give him money or he can't pay his bills. Nobody on here has ever taken me seriously when I said I don't have any money. I literally do it in a joking way. I used to say, I got to eat catch-up packs tonight because we can't afford groceries. It's a fucking joke. The day you'll never see me broke. Never see me broke. I wish the show was still like it was back then. Anyway, come on. I want to fuck somebody up verbally or something. Let's have some fun. It's fucking Slaughter Day, and I need some donations. Guys, do me a favor. Just let me know now if nobody's going to donate. Am I allowed to just end the show and go out with Shanna or something rather than being here? Would that be okay? Tell me what you think. I don't want to do this for free. I really don't. Oh, look at that. You'll never see me broke. Never see me broke. I spent decades risking my life and freedom to make sure I had everything I wanted. I also spent decades doing something even crazier than selling drugs.
Ooh, Piggy sold drugs. He's so hood. Hey, Piggy, let me ask you something. Who the fuck hasn't sold fucking drugs, man? Boy, if you would have came up in the area that I did, you wouldn't have lasted one fucking day selling before you got your punk ass robbed. I guarantee it, dude. The vultures would have ate you over there, boy.
You want to know what I did for money? The craziest thing I have ever done in my motherfucking life for money? I worked for it. I worked for it. I went to factories day in and day fucking out. I busted my ass for crumbs. By far the craziest thing I've ever done for money. Okay? I've had some of the hardest jobs you cocksuckers could ever fucking imagine, and I've worked at them for years.
The hardest jobs. Hey, Piggy, you ever worked on an oil rig or a coal mine? Have you ever worked in a rock pit? You have no idea what hard work is, you little fucking sissy.
I will never be broke. Let me make that clear. Never. I'll die before I go broke.
Or you'll just beg and bum all day like you do now.
So no, you should absolutely not ever take me seriously if I say I'm broke.
Alright, all y'all yizzos, remember that. Next time Piggy's fucking whining and crying saying he's broke and needs money, y'all need to remember that he's just bullshitting. He don't need nothing.
I might be trying to get across, guys, I need you to donate in a funny way. You understand? Let me explain something that I said to someone last night. Mad Dog Joe, if I won the lottery tonight, I won $10 million. First of all, I'd stop coming on YouTube. But if for some reason I couldn't help myself and I was still coming on YouTube, you can bet your monkey ass.
Who you calling monkey, you fucking pig?
That I'm only going to be here if I'm getting paid, even with $10 million in the fucking bank. This is my time. I put value on it. I'm a 45-year-old man with 49% of my fucking heart function. I don't know how much time I got left. So you can bet your motherfucking ass that I ain't spending any of that time doing something I'm not getting paid for, unless it's something I love and truly enjoy.
Piggy, you know, if you would actually lift some weights and do a little sparring and training, maybe your fucking heart would do better. Instead of just laying your fat ass around on the couch all day waiting to bum from the yizzos. But I also remember you saying there's nothing wrong with your heart. So which is it? 49% function? 20% function? Or 100? What the fuck, you said so many different goddamn numbers I can't keep up.
Understand? I'm not a sucker. I don't work for free. I got 191 motherfucking people watching right now. I've got fucking almost 5 million views on my channel. I've done 10 or sorry, I almost went too far, to 1,000 fucking videos on this channel. Not to even include the addiction and recovery videos and everything else. 2,000 fucking videos and live streams. I've earned every fucking dime you give me and then some. You motherfuckers start out on my show, you want to be on my panel, you want to tell your story on my fucking show, or you want to watch me every day, listen to me while you're at work, listen to me on your drive home. Whether you hate me or love me, you watch me every fucking day, right?
Now, I will admit right here, I do like to laugh at you, Piggy, but you're getting a little carried away here. You're not that fucking important. If you disappeared tomorrow, my feelings wouldn't be hurt, so come on now.
You don't feel like you owe me shit? Wrong. Okay, I made it clear from the beginning. A grifter would have said, guys, I'm here because I love it, but I need you to donate. No, I'm as honest as a motherfucker could get. I literally shoot myself in the ass by saying, I'm only here for money, and if you don't donate, I'm leaving. That's how honest I am.
Oh, fuck, you ain't going nowhere, Piggy. There's nowhere else you can go where you can whine and get free money like you do now. You always say you're gonna leave and then the next day you're doing a fucking stream.
I don't sit here and bullshit like, oh, guys, I could really use the money, or it would be nice if you guys would donate. No, you know why I'm like that? Because for the first fucking year, I had never once, not one time on any show in a year, asked for a donation. And they were torturing me every fucking day, calling me a beggar. And I had never even asked for a donation at that point. So now, the way I see it is, whether I sit here and remind people 45 times a show to donate, or I sit here nice and quiet and only get what's given to me without ever having to ask for it, you're still gonna talk shit and call me a beggar. So suck my dick, Frank, fucking Mad Dog Joe, and anybody else who has a problem with how I make money. Okay?
Okay.
Okay!
This whole fucking community, you jackasses, probably wouldn't exist, or at least it wouldn't exist the way it is now without me. I'm responsible for damn near everybody's show. Everybody. You watch Gunsmoke? I had to beg him to do live streams because I wanted him to make money so badly. He was making videos about John A. Light.
Piggy, you're getting way too carried away here. Nobody watches Gunsmoke.
Cartoon videos about him and Jimmy Calandra. Lefty. Nobody watches him, but whose show did he start out on?
I think Lefty could beat you up, Piggy.
Quite honestly, Angel, whose show did she start out on?
Yeah, and what does that say about her?
Lee Cole started a few days before me, but who did he come to get him views and help build his channel? Me, because he saw that my subscribers were soaring. Who did SoFlo start his channel by talking about? Me.
Piggy, I think you've got it confused. Just because you're universally hated and everybody likes to talk shit about you and laugh at you doesn't mean that you're the best at everything.
Name somebody, and I'll tell you how this channel is responsible for whatever the fuck it is they're doing now on YouTube. Name somebody. Wise Guy TV. I told you, he started out his channel, Wise Guy TV, just by downloading my videos and then uploading them onto his channel. He would just put my videos on his channel.
All right, man, now I just want to show y'all something unrelated, just because it's funny. Check this shit out. Look at Trambo kissing ass, man, trying to slide back in. Trambo, you are fucking gay.
And then he was a gentleman when I asked him not to anymore. He stopped. Okay, but you name the motherfucking person, and I can fucking, I can tell you in detail how my existence on MobTube here is responsible for their existence.
This is the reason people don't like you right here, Piggy. The entitlement. This is why. Right here.
In other words, my presence here is the only reason they have a presence here. Do you know how many fucking people have made a fortune off of me and the help I've given them? These guys, let me tell you something. He says all I do is bitch and whine. If you guys had to go through what I go through on any given day, you would fucking kill yourselves, okay? Imagine you have a day like I had yesterday and tell me you wouldn't have given up and said, fuck it, I'm leaving YouTube. Let me tell you, I'll complain until I fucking turn blue in the face. Nobody deserves to be able to complain more than I fucking do. And that's going to bring me to something Frank said. FBS, I started on your channel and got 2 channels completely wiped out. I blame you. That's fair. Frank said, what was I going to say? Give me a second. I was on a roll. Guys, do me a favor, donate. Not just because you're watching me and I could use the money, but because I want to make them eat shit. I want to show them that their fucking stupid bullshit, shit talking they did last night led to me making money.
I thought you said you don't give reasons to ask for money, you fucking hypocrite.
I want to explain to them how while they're sitting around watching my pockets, I'm laughing all the way to the fucking bank. Guys, I got to skate for 2.5 hours in the sun today. And guess what? It was sober day. Why? I don't know. It just turned out that everybody at the skate park was in recovery.
Fucking quitters.
My friend Lane that you saw on camera the other day, the white dude with like the dreads, in recovery. My friend Dennis, you heard talking, it comes in this chat as Denny OD, in recovery. There was another dude named Lamar there. He actually works at a treatment center and he's in recovery. And there was a couple of other people and of course myself. It was pretty fucking cool. Every single person at the skate park was in recovery. That's what I got to deal with.
Uh-oh, Piggy's serious now. You can always tell when he's serious because he'll be wearing his lesbian glasses.
You know what I mean? Like, guys, all I wanted to do today was wake up and go to the skate park. That's it. And you know me, when I'm at the skate park, the last thing I want to be is bothered. Now, if there's something I need to know, no matter what I'm doing or what time of day, I have to know. This is not something I need to know. You know, and I woke up. This is the first thing I saw. Some new dickhead and Frank, an NYC crime spot. And 2 of those guys are talking about me and slandering me. And by the way, let me just say this real quick, because somehow I have a feeling this guy is still watching the show. He said last night that he was the guy that came around here a while ago with a Confederate flag, and his name was like Brooklyn Joe or something. And I clowned him and said, why would a guy from Brooklyn have a Confederate flag? Are you one of these guys that you're such a big Trump supporter that you think, you know, the Confederates were right?
So what if you had a picture of the rebel flag? You had a picture of John Gotti up on your wall. So yeah, it's kind of strange to see a northerner flying the rebel flag, but it's also strange to see a little fucking nerd worshiping the mafia and having pictures of John Gotti and shit. Maybe the dude was born in the South. You never know.
and now you consider yourself like somebody with Southern heritage or something, as weird as that is. He said, I'm just a Dukes of Hazzard fan. You're a fucking geek is what you are.
Piggy, you're a 50-year-old skater. I'd say you're a bigger geek than some older dude that watches fucking Dukes of Hazzard.
Because if you're a Dukes of Hazzard fan at your fucking age, you suck. And if you're not, and you were lying, then you're a guy from Brooklyn who, for whatever reason, is proud to wave a Confederate flag. Either way, it doesn't look good for you. But let me explain to you something, as somebody would say. After a certain age, you should not be so into Dukes of Hazzard, if even into it at all, that you're using... What's that fucking car called with the rebel flag on it?
General Lee, dipshit. Everybody knows that. I don't even watch Dukes of Hazzard and I know that. And Piggy, you're the last person that should be trying to make fun of someone. There is so much shit to make fun of you for.
That, as a screen name or as an avatar, whatever the fuck you're doing. After a certain age, Dukes of Hazzard, you know, when I watched Dukes of Hazzard, I was probably fucking 6, and I haven't seen it since. You know why? I'm all grown up now.
Piggy, you kind of look like a gay version of Boss Hogg.
I'm not knocking anybody who watches the movie, but it's a little weird for a grown-ass man to be using that fucking stupid car or the Confederate flag, especially the Confederate flag, as a way to symbolize your love for the movie The Dukes of Hazzard. What kind of world are we in? Is anybody a grown-up? And he's into wrestling. Oh my God, what a shock. He's a fucking geek who loves The Dukes of Hazzard and wrestling.
Meanwhile, Piggy's into skateboarding.
What?
Guys, somebody said, no, he was a bouncer. He was on Soft White Underbelly. Can you imagine? Like, this guy, if you would have heard him, you would, like, when I heard him, I didn't know that. Now that I heard, now that I found that out, it kind of makes even more sense why he's so stupid. Because he was a bouncer. He probably got hit in the head a million fucking times. Because his logic is flawed. That's, to put it lightly. And he sounds like Kane Shades when he talks. Not the accent part. The part.
Piggy calling other people stupid is gold. He's like one of the dumbest people in this community.
And he's got a speech impediment, and his whole head is a tattoo. It's fucking weird, this dude.
Piggy, do you think you could whoop the dude? Do you think you could beat him up?
So, you know, I wake up and I see that shit, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I could give a fuck about Mad Dog Joe. NYC Crime Spot didn't say a thing, except for, you know, that he said he doesn't come around anymore or something. But Frank is nothing to me either, okay? But it's been too much shit talking now, okay? You've been taking too many shots at me, and I've been letting it slide. And I have a feeling, especially with these mob guys, these ex-mob guys, that when I let it slide, they feel like, oh, he's scared. You will never, ever, ever see me scared of any of you motherfuckers. Let me make that clear. Okay? I'm not scared. Even if you guys were dangerous in the past, I'm not saying you're not capable of still being dangerous, but you ain't trying to go back to jail or anything else.
That's Piggy's little way of saying he'll call the cops on you. And we all know he will because he's done it numerous times in the past.
You got a fucking second shot at freedom. You were given a goddamn gift when you probably should be behind bars, all of you, for the rest of your lives. And you ain't trying to go to jail. And quite honestly, I'm not a guy who can't defend myself. Okay? So I'm not concerned with any of it. But that did actually irritate me. And all day I had it on my mind that I had to respond to this Frank thing because he really fucking pissed me off. I didn't want to have that on my mind. You guys ain't got to tell me about this shit. I don't care. Mad Dog Joe, look, he didn't even have the balls to grab a link. He's half retarded. I mean, who gives a fuck about Mad Dog Joe? But Frank, it's like, man, the part that really bothered me is that I've never just come out and talked shit about this dude. Never. And he just keeps taking shot after shot at me. Eventually, I got to respond. I'm not trying to, guys. Matt has been such a good friend. You know, I would never want him to think I'm mad at him. Matty R, $20. Try to get memberships. Well, anyway, here you go, grifter. Thank you. You got the membership. Awesome. And yeah, that's me. Big, huge grifter. Thank you, Matty R. Unbelievable. I'm a grift. I can't win no matter what I do. If I came on tomorrow and I said, that's it, I never want anybody to give me anything ever again, 6 months from now, they'd still say, oh, look at him grifting, even though I stopped asking. It wouldn't matter what I did. If I took all the money you guys donated and brought it directly to St. Jude's and handed it to children, they would say, oh, that's just him trying to get more donations. Or they turn it into something. They're fucking obsessed with me. They're obsessed. And Frank is one of them. Because why are you even thinking about me? Why not just shut this guy down and say, hold on, you're here to talk about wrestling or something. Let's talk about that. I don't know, man. I don't belong here. I swear I don't belong here. I don't know. I don't know how I ended up here. I swear to God. Nothing. This guy, Mad Dog Joe, talked about, oh, he'll shut the show down if he doesn't get, the same song and dance. He'll shut the show down if he doesn't get donations. He's constantly begging. He's a grifter. And Tony Pizza, well, he's an old man. I don't really care about Tony Pizza. Yeah, of course not. Because what is there to be jealous of? I don't know who this guy is, Mad Dog Joe. I assume he doesn't have the best life, but it's better than Tony Pizza's. There's nothing to be jealous of. You know what I mean? You know? Hold on.
Sometimes I like pussy, but sometimes I like to suck cock and take a load to the face.
Oh my God, I can't. How is that damaging to me? Oh my God, my whole Jordan collection is gone. My car, my license, everything. I went bankrupt. I'm being sued. What do you mean? How the fuck would that possibly make me mad? You're a laughing stock. I use you for content. You're like a walking fucking circus act.
Well, damn, Piggy. That's what I do with you.
And the jerk off the jerk off is trying to make a case out of nothing.
Trying to make a case. Okay. All right. So there you go. Thank you for sending me that, Nico. See ya. The older I get, the more honest I get with people. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Me too. The General Lee, yeah. This guy's fucking using the General Lee as his avatar. And he's from Brooklyn. Does he not even see the weirdness in that?
I really don't see nothing wrong with it if he's just showing the car. You tried to make it sound like he was flying the fucking rebel flag everywhere and shit. So what if he likes the General Lee? You like Jimmy Calandra, motherfucker.
Like, why would you be a guy from Brooklyn showing off anything with a Confederate flag? But then again, a lot of these guys, since the Trump thing, they like that Confederate flag. They think they have like Southern heritage. It's very strange.
Why would you have a picture of Rocky behind you and you're not a boxer? Why did you have that picture of John Gotti behind you for years and you're not a mobster? You see the logic here, Piggy?
I don't think they understand the Civil War at all.
I don't think you understand the Civil War at all, Piggy. Matter of fact, I know you don't. Truthfully, 90% of Americans don't even know Civil War history.
I'm not sure. But then again, a lot of them just hate black people, so they love the Confederate flag. Who knows? I love breasts, but I don't have it as my default pick. Yeah, no shit. Oh, let me make my fucking avatar a skateboard real quick.
Your avatar is your gay face over Don Corleone of The Godfather. Doesn't that sound kind of fucking stupid too?
I'm still watching it because of Daisy Duke. Now that is understandable. I had Dukes of Hazzard jammies growing up. That's all right. That's fully acceptable. That's fine. You were a kid. The problem is, what's his name? Fucking Mad Dog Joe? Another one. Who's that supposed to be? Sullivan? Yeah. And let me get to something else in a second, but what was I saying? I don't fucking know. But, oh, yeah, I was going to say he still has the jammies, Mike Lansley. This guy said, oh my God, I keep forgetting things.
Yeah, cocaine will do that.
He said something else I wanted to respond to, and it just came to me. And just as quickly as it came to me, I lost it. I don't know. It made me something, whatever. I guess from this comment, somehow it reminded me of something, and now I can't think. He was quite uncomfortable. Brett was, at least. Well, I know. And Brett's a nice guy. That's the thing. And apparently he knows. Oh, by the way. Angel, I only heard part of this. I was going to use her show the other night. I was going to use part of her show. But Angel, I guess, refused to give DJ Fuckface, whatever his name is, never no mind. I guarantee he's never had a mind. She refused to give him a wrench.
Oh, DJ, Piggy don't like you.
And I heard her say, it's because that would start a war between me and her again. Like we fought for so long. That would just start it back up. And she's probably right. And she said, he lied about my wife. So it would be a bad thing. And I give her credit for that. I don't sit here and act like it's a good thing she did that or I'd come after the bitch. No. I give her credit for doing that because you're better off. Why give this jackass a wrench when you know what it's going to cause? And he knows that the main reason he wants the wrench is because of the trouble it'll cause between me and you because he's a troll.
Damn, this shit all sounds familiar. I wonder if there's been a couple people talking to each other behind the scenes.
You see what I'm saying? So when these guys come around, if you bring them on the show, it's just my advice. I can't tell you what to do. NYC Crime Spot's a grown man. My advice would be to say, all right, well, listen, we're not going to talk about anybody else on the show like that. We're not going to talk about FBS. And then just, if he refuses to shut up, just say, all right, why don't you come back another time? Maybe it's a bad time right now. That's all. I would not, I'm telling you, this is the way I am. If I don't have a problem with you, nobody gets to trash you on my show. Nobody. If I brought somebody in this show, if Baller came on this show and started airing his grievances about NYC Crime Spot, I would say, no, bro, he's never done anything to me. I don't, if you don't like him, it's cool, but not on here. That's all. And I'm sure you'd respect it. Any of you, Now, if he did something to you personally.
We got a guy here, Michael Sacchio. He wants to know if you want to take a trip to Thailand with him.
Who?
Michael Sacchio. He wants to know if you want to go to Thailand.
I don't know who Michael Sacchio is, ball sack, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Listen, if he wants to squash some grapes, he'll come up here.
He wants to take you to Thailand with him.
Yeah, Sailor just sent me a picture of his butthole. What's that mean?
Oh, I don't know. I don't do all that weird shit, That's
now listen.
Oh my God. Listen, guys. None of you. Not SoFlo, not MRE, not Angel, not Gunsmoke, not Lefty, not anybody. Not Frank, not NYC Crime Spot, not Jeff Nadeau. None of you will ever have the slightest notion of what it feels like to be fucked with this much. None of you. And then you wonder why I want money. Guys, listen, maybe, if I was rich, maybe I would do this here and there for a hobby. I don't know. But if this shit was going on, definitely not. You know what it's like to know that not only when you're awake, but when you're asleep, fuckface faggots are talking about you all over fucking YouTube for some odd reason?
Yeah, that's YouTube, Piggy. That's what happens.
It's fucking strange. It's bizarre.
Piggy's trying to steal MRE's word. Everybody knows that MRE is the one that always says bizarre. Piggy's always biting people's style.
It's weird to even feel that, to know that. Like, I get this video this morning and I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me that these guys who I don't ever talk about, and one of them I don't know from Adam, I've never seen in my life, are discussing me while I'm just trying to spend time with my wife? It's so fucking strange.
Oh, poor little skate park boy.
It's so strange. I don't even know what to make of it. You okay, BB? Yeah, rest if you're not feeling well. You got a bad headache. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, get some rest.
Sometimes I like pussy, but sometimes I like to suck cock and take a load to the face.
I don't even remember now. Frank said a few things. I'll get to them. Oh, here's another thing. That I don't think that's what I was going to say. But Frank said, I make a lot of people want to hurt me. Now, I know BTF, you said Frank didn't say anything bad. Go back and listen. Okay? This guy is talking about he wants to wrestle me. This fucking geek. He wants to wrestle. Yeah.
Piggy wrestles with Mike Sill every single night in between the sheets.
Yeah. And I got to come to Greenpoint, Brooklyn. You challenge me, and I got to come to you. A guy who is literally a complete nobody who popped out of thin fucking air onto MobTube. A guy who has no business even talking about me. How about you come to York City with a pocket full of money? I'll beat you half to death with some of my friends. We'll empty your pockets, and we'll send you home on a fucking stretcher.
Yeah, right. Like how you sent Johnny Mac home on a stretcher.
How about that? How about you do that? So, Frank says, he also said, okay, so the guy was talking shit. The guy was saying that he wants to hurt me. And Frank says he makes a lot of people want to do that to him. Frank, I'm about to whoop your ass. You ready for this? Frank, let me ask you something. You ever do anything in your life that made people want to hurt you? Anything, Frank? Anything that comes to mind? Let me ask you, Frank. If we were to vote and do a poll and say who has more people that want to kill them, FBS or Frank? Frank, if I were to ask you, do you think more people want to kill me, Chris Lodrago, or you, Frank Fiordolino? Like, how many people want to hurt you because you did something that without a doubt was going to make a whole lot of people want to hurt you and kill you? You see what I mean? You sit there all goofy on your fucking high horse, forgetting who you are. Like I brought up earlier, he's calling me a grifter. He murdered somebody over money.
He murdered somebody.
What? His whole life. You know what the Giannini crew was all about? You know, they were fucking lighting people on fire over fucking bad drug deals and shit. And he's talking about me and what I do for money. But the fact that you're talking about me, I make people want to hurt me. And you're Frank. No self-awareness. And by the way, what do I do, Frank, to make people want to hurt me? Let me tell you what I do. I sit here quietly, not bothering anybody. And then somebody decides to just fuck with me for their own personal reasons. I guess not realizing that I am now going to verbally decimate them. I am going to fucking destroy them and humiliate them. Then they have the balls to get mad at me for responding to them. You want an example, Frank? Last night, I was laying with my wife watching TV, and you were on your show with some asshole talking shit about me. Have I talked about you, Frank? No. You know what makes people want to hurt me? The fact that none of you could ever beat me. I'll verbally demolish you in a debate or anything else.
Piggy, you never won a debate, except for that handicapped dude that used to hang out on SoFlo's show. That's the only person. And that dude was mentally handicapped.
You decide to pick fights with me, and then when I make a fool out of you, you're so angry you want to hurt me. I'll tell you when I make people want to hurt me. Okay, when you could legitimately say I make people want to hurt me, when I start trouble. The day you see me just pick a name out of a hat and start fucking with somebody, then you could say I make people want to hurt me. No, you know what it is, Frank? I stand up for myself, and you're all so full of shit that if I didn't, you'd be calling me a pussy. But because you guys, all of you think you can fuck with me.
Okay, another estrogen overload in 3, 2, 1.
And then you find out how wrong you were. Then you're extra triggered. You got a friend, Frank. Never said a bad word about the guy. Thought we were friends. Just starts trashing me on Gunsmoke's show. Then when I responded, he went apeshit. How dare you respond to me trashing you for no goddamn fucking reason, slandering you and smearing your good name and, just saying shit, because of some sort of fucking anger I have built up against you that you don't even know about. some sort of resentment. It's amazing. It cracks me up when people pick a fight with me, lose, and then get all upset.
Once again, Piggy, nobody loses to you.
Get mad at yourself. Have you not met me before? Nobody, as an individual or an entire group, will ever be able to beat me. Nobody. Not in this verbal bullshit. Okay? So if you pick a fight with me, prepare to get destroyed. And then when you get destroyed, don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself. Because everybody knows what happens when you talk shit about me. Okay? So, then he says to the guy, everybody says he didn't do anything wrong. He says to the guy, if you fight him, I'll be there to cheer you on. Will you, Frank? Then he acts like he has no problem with me. Frank, I don't know what your problem is with me. I have literally never said a bad word about you, except maybe that night after Jesse's, and even that, I didn't go in on you. There's a lot of reasons for it. There's a lot of reasons for it. I feel sorry for you, Frank. In a way, I feel sorry for you. We had private conversations. I know what goes on in your head. I know you're bitter. I know you have a lot of self-hatred. I know what you drink. I know all that. So I don't really fuck with you. But if you do shit like that last night, you're going to get a response out of me. And whatever you want to do in response to that, that's up to you. But let me tell you something. Have you not noticed I've been through it all?
Badass Piggy.
Everything's been said and done. I'll be just fine. But I'll say again, if you guys really care about this begging shit, as you call it, how are you going to sit there with a straight face, Frank, and listen to him say that and not say, well, in all fairness, Gunsmoke does the exact same thing and has been for years. And I'm not even knocking Gunsmoke, because guess what? Good. If he's putting on good shows and people are watching, he should be paid. And yeah, you have every right to complain if people ain't paying you. Every right to complain. Let me ask you something, fuckface Mad Dog Joe. Let's just say you got a corner store on your block, right? You go every day, you and a bunch of your friends go out, hang out in the corner store. Nobody ever buys anything. From open to close, it's just a bunch of people hanging out in the corner store, and they might ask you for a free, you might ask the owner for a free drink, maybe a little something to eat, whatever. You never spend any money. What do you think the fucking owner's going to have to do eventually? He's going to have to close the doors. Okay? What if you own a pizza joint, dickhead? You're going to give out free pizza all day? How long till you're out of fucking business? So this is what I'm giving you. This entertainment that 202 people are watching live right now, this is what I'm giving you. That's the product I'm serving to you. And if I don't make money doing this, I will leave. And if you got a problem with that, don't fucking watch. Who even cares about your existence, Mad Dog Joe? I'm putting the link in the chat again because you said you wouldn't turn down the link. Don't you guys see what happens when people try to debate me?
Nobody's trying to debate you, dumbass. You're just sitting there talking to yourself.
How I just, by using simple logic, I tear their entire fucking argument apart. How come you guys ain't talking about Mark Dickhead in England? The guy who begs and he flips out when he doesn't get donations. Well, if he's smart, Sheriff Joe, yeah. He should say, guys, you can't hang out in my fucking store unless you're going to buy something. This is not a hangout. This is not your fucking bedroom. It's not your mom's house. You either buy something or you leave. If they're smart, Sheriff Joe, yes. That's what they would do. So what about Mark in England? What about all these other people? What about SoFlo who asked for money? What about stand-up guy was doing it for a while? Angel's doing members only now. You got to charge. You got to pay to watch her show. What about all those people?
Look how he tries to shift blame on everyone else. You know damn well if you're with him and you get picked up by the cops, he's snitching on you, dude.
None of that bothers you. It's only me that bothers you. Now, I saw this guy last night. If I was him, I'd be bothered by me too. That's all I can say. And maybe it did work. They said you were a bouncer. Okay, great. Who gives a fuck? What do I care? I know this much. You're too busy worrying about me. I'm sure your situation you're in right now is not great. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. You live a miserable, lonely life. I'll bet my last fucking dollar on it. I'll bet my last dollar on it. Hold on. So the internet is a brick and mortar. Is that logical? Isn't paying your internet bill paying to hang out? No. You're talking about logic, Sheriff Joe? You don't realize how stupid what you just said is? Grab the link, fuckface. So the internet is a brick and mortar. You don't understand like an analogy or a metaphor? You don't understand what that is? You dumb motherfucker. It's the same thing. You want something for nothing. And you want it from a guy who makes it his business to do whatever you want him to do. I'm not here for you to hang out and watch me. I'm here for you to donate after you watch me or during or whatever the fuck. Before if you want to. That's what I'm here for. You know that. Everybody knows that about me. I never made it a secret. So yeah, if I got a bunch of people watching and they're not donating, I'll shut down the show. Just like a guy would kick you out of his restaurant or his corner store.
Are y'all hearing this shit?
Well, Sheriff Joe, why don't you just grab the link? My logic is certainly not flawed. It makes 100% perfect sense. Grab the link. Don't do drive-by comments like a pussy. Grab the link, Sheriff Joe. By the way, what a surprise that you have the name of one of the biggest asshole scumbag motherfuckers ever to walk the earth. Because your logic is flawed. No matter how I put it, whether I use a restaurant, a fucking corner store, whether I'm talking about a band performing or a DJ performing or an actor who makes a movie that you're going to watch, no matter what. The point is, those people are providing you a service. And there's certain ways people get paid. Guys like me, we get paid through donations. We would never make money off of views. Never. There's channels with 100,000 and 250,000 fucking subs that go live every day, and they got their Cash App flashing on the screen, and they're telling everybody every 3 minutes, donate, guys, you got to donate, don't forget. What do you mean? Asking. That's asking. The difference is I verbalize it because I don't have the time and patience to sit around and wait for people to just decide on their own to donate. I make it clear, donate, donate, donate. I need to make money. And the rest of you guys sit back and make your $1,500 or your $2,000 a month and then act all noble about how you didn't ask for donations. And I will make $7,000 or $8,000 a month. And the only thing I got to worry about is a bunch of nobody fucking losers calling me a beggar. People that hold no importance in my life. So, Frank, I'm not going to go crazy on you, bro. But just off of what you said, I could pick out a million things that made you sound goofy. But I'd say the best one is sitting there on your high horse calling me a grifter when you have the past that you have. And the second best is talking about how I make people want to hurt me after what you did. I'm not going to get too detailed about what you did, but how does the Bonanno family feel about you? How do some of your own family members feel about you? How do your friends on the street feel about you now? Do you think they want to hurt you? Okay.
Okay.
Okay!
Hey, and it's no secret where I'm at. I don't give a fuck. Who wants to hurt me? I don't hide. Anyway, that's that.
Tell you something. It breaks my fucking heart. But it breaks my fucking heart.
Yeah.
And they abuse me, keep it abusing me. But who I put my trust in would go against me to my enemies and abuse me. It breaks my fucking heart.
Cry for us, chickie. You fat bitch.
I'm sorry.
No, bro. There's no reason to be sorry, Chicky.
I know what you're talking about, Chicky. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some real scumbags in this world, bro.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy. And all these people, grumpy Italian, they want to abuse me. That's okay. I deserve it.
Yeah, you do deserve it, you big old pussy. You remember the other day when you were threatening to dox me? Yeah. Now I'm gonna make fun of your fat ass.
I deserve it because I was in this, this craziness.
Yeah, but that doesn't give people a license to do the things that they do.
But when people put up my grandchildren's pictures,
yeah.
My daughters.
Yeah, that's Piggy that done that. That's your old buddy right there. But you're too busy trying to dox people that's never done that kind of shit to you.
I never mentioned his daughters.
And you know something else, Chicky?
Maybe I'm a pussy. I don't know.
You are. You're a gigantic pussy.
But
no.
And children, 3 years old, I gotta be a fucking lunatic to even come out and fight with these people. And they're putting up my 3-year-old grandchildren, my 2 daughters. I never will put up their pictures. Whatever. It is what it is. Listen, I come from a life where if you got something to say to me, say it on the street.
Yeah,
and say what you want to say to me, and believe me, if you mention my grandchildren or children, you won't leave the street. But it's easy to abuse my children and my grandchildren from Pennsylvania. Okay?
And don't forget to donate, guys. For the love of fucking Christ, there's 222 people. If I have one more fucking show where I make what I made last night, I swear to you on everything I fucking love, I'm done. I'm not fucking playing. So if you enjoy these goddamn shows and you want me on here to entertain you, fucking compensate me in some way, please. Okay, this is getting out of hand now. It's absurd. I think I made fucking, I don't even know, $30 yesterday. 50 maybe? 2 shows? Get the fuck out of here. Insane. My next step is members fucking only, but to be honest, I talked to Shanna about it last night and I said, I'm tired of being fucking taken advantage of. I'm tired of making a fool out of myself. Every time I do a show, after I do a show where I don't make any money, that's like me sending the message that I'm doing this for free, and I'm not. So me and Shanna talked about it, and if I have to leave for a while, I'll just leave. I don't give a fuck. It's up to you guys. There's 219 now, okay? So it ain't that you're unable, it's that you're unwilling. You want a show, but, you don't fork anything over, so I can't give you a show if you can't do that.
Redzilla's been busy.
Making all y'all bitches holler. Know what I'm saying? We some crack breakers. Man, hold up. I done swung out and swing. Pop my truck and show 5 or 6 screens. Dance 2K and it's time to turn on. I done make my Impala wood roll over. Turn that bitch down. I was flossing at the cap. Broke the boys off a whole 8 in a snap. Niggas don't understand. We sippin' big sun. Pop that new bird from the beer herd. It's the big tank. Get your ass out the way. Prowling 2-tone, rolling on grade. With that big wood, we are holding anything we got. Fuck y'all, it ain't stone. Showcase skill, I'm a graphic skill, a gorilla. Out the cage, best guard to stage. I'ma go turn the page, bust his ass with the game. Going out, nigga, on the mic, spit my Grammy. Out of pop truck and cut off license Miami. This the pig, on the scene, bout the wreck. The mic got check out straight, get the split. Prison chain on my neck, best guard so real. Coming through. And I will tip my fifth weed on the grain. Now these things on no main. I done caught a case of clutching too much wood grain. Off the coast, just say where's your nose? Do them, let me make you collect cold and pull sauce. Man.